Welcome to the 2024 presidential election night in America between the incumbent President Joe Biden, who will be facing off the former President Donald Trump in a rematch from 2020. And taking a look at the favorability ratings of these two candidates, Donald Trump has a favorability rating of 43%, and incumbent President Joe Biden has a 40% approval favorability rating. And now taking a look at the approval rating of Joe Biden, he's only approved of by 38%, and he's disapproved of by 56%, is underwater by a net negative 18 points. Meanwhile, we have polls out of the state of Georgia. Georgia polls suggest that former President Donald Trump is favored to win this state. And Arizona polling suggests that Donald Trump is also favored to win this state as well. And in Wisconsin, we have a dead tie, evenly split at 48 to 48%. This race is considered a toss-up. Now take a look at the battle control of the U.S. Senate between Chuck Schumer and John Thune. Take a look at the preferred political party. The Republican Party is more preferred over the Democratic Party by 1 percentage point, according to nationwide polling data. We now have Montana Senate polls that suggest John Tester, the incumbent Democrat, is favored to win his Senate seat. And Nevada polling suggests that incumbent Senator Jackie Rosen is favored to win her seat in a close race as well. And then Ohio polling suggests the incumbent Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown is narrowly expected to win his race as well. We now have our 7 o'clock p.m. poll closings Eastern Time, our first batch of poll closings among these states. Kentucky's 8 electoral votes will be going to Donald Trump, no surprise here. Out of Indiana's 11 electoral votes, Donald Trump is the projected winner. Look at Indiana's Senate race, Jim Banks will hold on to his seat for the Republicans as well. And then Indiana's governor's gubernatorial race, Mike Braun will be Indiana's next Republican governor. And Donald Trump will pick up South Carolina's 9 electoral votes. Joe Biden will win his first state of Vermont with its 3 electoral votes, no surprise here. Independent Senator Bernie Sanders will hold on to his independent seat, no surprise here. We now have an update on the key state of Georgia. It is too early to call at the moment. With only 12% in, Joe Biden holds a double-digit lead, but keep in mind it is too early to call. We now can project that Joe Biden is the winner of the battleground state of Virginia. Incumbent President Joe Biden will win its 13 electoral votes. His projected margin is 7 percentage points. We now can call the race of Virginia for Joe Biden. You can look at the Senate race. Tim Kaine will be the next Virginia senator. This is going to be a hold for the Democratic Party. Now an update on the Senate map. Republicans are currently in the lead at 39 seats to Democrats 29 seats and just 1 independent seat from Vermont. And now we have our 7:30 p.m. poll closing Eastern Time for these states. West Virginia's 4 electoral votes, no surprise here. Safe Republican state will be going to Donald Trump's column. Polls have now closed in West Virginia's Senate race. Jim Justice will flip this seat from Joe Manchin because he announced retirement. No surprise here. In West Virginia's governor's gubernatorial race, Patrick Morrisey will hold for the GOP. And then out of North Carolina, an update on this swing state. Too early to call with 23% in. Joe Biden is currently in the lead by around 10 percentage points, but keep in mind it is too early to call. And now out of Ohio, we now can project this state will be going to Donald Trump. He will pick up its 17 electoral votes. And now out of Ohio's Senate race, it is too early to call at the moment with only 17% in. Sherrod Brown holds a double-digit lead, but keep in mind a lot of counties have not been called yet. Race to 270, Donald Trump is currently in the lead with 49 electoral votes. Joe Biden is trailing at just 16 electoral votes. We now have our 8 o'clock p.m. poll closings Eastern Time from these states. Oklahoma's 7 electoral votes will be going to Donald Trump, no surprise here. Tennessee's 11 electoral votes will be projected for Donald Trump. No surprise out of Tennessee's Senate race, Marsha Blackburn will hold on to this seat for the Republicans. And out of Mississippi's 6 electoral votes, Donald Trump is the projected winner. Polls have now closed in Mississippi's Senate race. Roger Wicker will hold on to this Senate seat for the GOP. And out of Alabama's 9 electoral votes, Donald Trump is the projected winner. And no surprise here, Missouri's 10 electoral votes will also be going to Donald Trump's column. And in Missouri's Senate race, Josh Hawley will hold on to his seat for the GOP. And in Missouri's governor's gubernatorial race, Jay Ashcroft will. And now an update on the key battleground state of Georgia. This is a must-win for the Donald Trump. It remains too early to call with only 28% in, and Joe Biden is currently in the lead. We now can project Florida with its 30 electoral votes. Donald Trump, we now can call Florida for him. He's going to win it by a projected margin of 8 percentage points, 54% to Joe Biden's 46 percentage points. We now can call the race of Florida for Donald Trump. Rick Scott will also hold on to his Senate seat in the state of Florida, replacing Marco Rubio. No surprise here. An update on the Senate seat of Ohio, too early to call, 39% in. Sherrod Brown remains in the lead at the moment. Now out of Maine, Donald Trump will win its 2nd congressional district, winning 1 electoral vote. We now can call Maine's Senate race for independent Angus King. This is going to be a hold for his Senate seat. We now can call District of Columbia for Joe Biden. This is no surprise here. Safe Democratic state Massachusetts, 11 electoral votes. Joe Biden will pick up this state. Elizabeth Warren will hold on to her seat for the Democrats. No shocker here. And out of Illinois, incumbent President Joe Biden will pick up its 19 electoral votes. No surprise here. An update on the battleground state of North Carolina. This is a must-win for Donald Trump. It remains too early to call with only 41% of the estimated voters in, and Joe Biden currently is in the lead at the moment. We now can call Maryland, and incumbent President Joe Biden will win its 10 electoral votes. We now can call Maryland's Senate race for Angela Alsoburks. This is going to be a hole for the Democratic Party. And then Delaware's 3 electoral votes. Incumbent President Joe Biden will win this state. No surprise here. And out of Delaware's Senate race, Lisa Rochester will hold on to her seat for the Democratic Party. No surprise here. And then Delaware's governor's gubernatorial race, Bethany Long will hold on to her seat for the Democrats as well. And then New Jersey, polls have now closed in this state. Incumbent President Joe Biden will win this state. No surprise here. We now can project New Jersey's Senate race will go to Andrew Kim, the Democrat. This is going to be another hold for the Democratic Party. No surprise here. And out of Connecticut, Joe Biden will win this state with its 7 electoral votes. We now can call Connecticut's Senate race for Chris Murphy. This is going to be a hold for the Democratic Party. No surprise here. Close in Rhode Island, Joe Biden will pick up 4 electoral votes. No surprise here. And out of Rhode Island's Senate race, Sheldon Whitehouse will hold on to his seat for the Democrats. And then Joe Biden will pick up Maine's 3 out of the 4 districts, meaning you'll get 3 electoral votes, while Donald Trump does get its 2nd congressional district. And now an update on the Rust Belt state of Pennsylvania. Too early to call. 44% of the estimated vote is in, and Joe Biden is currently trailing Donald Trump, and RFK Jr. currently has 1% of the overall vote. Polls are now closed in Pennsylvania's Senate race. Bob Casey is a projected winner. No surprise here. He'll hold on to his seat for the Democrats. No surprise. And out of New Hampshire, too close to call, 67% in. RFK Jr. is currently at 6%, and Joe Biden is in the lead at 49% to Donald Trump's 43%. And an update on the Senate race, 44 seats for the GOP currently, and 36 for the Democrats, with just 2 independent seats. Update on the race to 270 electoral votes. Donald Trump is currently in the lead at 123 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 90 electoral votes. Donald Trump is a projected winner. In Arkansas, he will pick up its 6 electoral votes. An update on the key battleground state of Georgia. This is a must-win for Donald Trump. It is currently too early to call with 47% in. Joe Biden's lead is narrowing and Donald Trump is catching up. And out of Ohio's Senate race, another update here. 52% in. Remains too early to call. Sherrod Brown's lead is also narrowing up. This race is getting very close. He's only up by 6 points at the moment. And out of North Carolina, too close to call. Joe Biden is now trailing Donald Trump in this state by under a percentage point. We cannot make a projection just yet. And an update on Pennsylvania. Too early to call with 44% in. RFK Jr. is at 3%. Donald Trump remains in the lead at the moment. And an update on the race to 270. Donald Trump at 129 electoral votes, and Joe Biden remains at just 90 electoral votes. We now have our 9 o'clock p.m. poll closings Eastern Time from a big batch of poll closings. South Dakota's 3 electoral votes. Donald Trump is a projected winner, no surprise here. And out of Wyoming's 3 electoral votes, Donald Trump will pick up it as well. And out of Wyoming's Senate race, Reed Rasner will hold on to his seat for the GOP. And out of North Dakota's 3 electoral votes, Donald Trump is a projected winner in this state. North Dakota's Senate race, Kevin Cramer will hold on to his seat for the Republicans, no surprise here. And out of North Dakota's governor gubernatorial race, this is another hold for the GOP. Tammy Miller will be North Dakota's next Republican governor. And out of Louisiana's 8 electoral votes, Donald Trump is a projected winner in the state. And an update on Ohio's Senate race, too close to call at the moment. 61% of the estimated vote is in. Sherrod Brown is leading at the moment with 51% to Bernie Moreno's 47 percentage points. This race is extremely close at the moment. And out of Nebraska, Donald Trump will pick up its 4 out of the 5 districts. And then Nebraska's Senate race, Pete Ricketts will hold on to his seat for the GOP. No surprise here. An update on the key battleground state of Georgia. It is now too close to call with 59% of the estimated vote is in. And Donald Trump is still trailing Joe Biden. And out of Kansas, 6 electoral votes will be going to Donald Trump. No surprise here. Pennsylvania, another update on this state. Too close to call. This is pretty much a must-win for the Biden campaign. RFK Jr. is currently at 5%. Donald Trump is currently in the lead at the moment, but it is narrowing down. It is very close. He's only up by 4 points at the moment. And out of New York, 28 electoral votes. Incumbent President Joe Biden will win this state. No surprise here. And out of New York Senate race, this is another hold for the Democratic Party. Kirsten Gillibrand will hold on to her seat. We have a major projection out of the battleground state of North Carolina. We now can project that Donald Trump will pick up North Carolina's 16 electoral votes. He's going to win it by 4 percentage points, 52% to Joe Biden's 48%. We now can call North Carolina for Donald Trump. And out of North Carolina's governor's gubernatorial race, Mark Robinson is going to be a flip for the GOP. North Carolina will elect Mark Robinson as their next governor. He is going to win by a projected margin of 2 percentage points, 51% to Josh Stein's 49 percentage points. With 96% of the estimated votes in, we now can call Mark Robinson North Carolina's next governor. Out of Colorado's 10 electoral votes, we now can project this state for Joe Biden. No surprise here. We now can call New Hampshire for Joe Biden. He will pick up its 4 electoral votes. Biden will win it by 4 percentage points. 92% of the estimated vote is in. We now can call New Hampshire for Joe Biden. He's going to win by 46% to Donald Trump's 42%. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at 12 percentage points. And an update on the key swing state of Texas. 65% of the estimated vote is in. Joe Biden is currently in the lead at the moment, but keep in mind it's too early to call. And RFK Jr. stands at just 2 percentage points. A lot of counties have not been called yet. We now have a major projection out of Texas Senate race. Ted Cruz will hold on to his seat for the Republicans. He's going to win by calling New Mexico with its 5 electoral votes. Incumbent President Joe Biden will win this state. And out of New Mexico's Senate race, Martin Heinrich will hold on to his seat for the Democratic Party. And out of Arizona's, too early to call, 51% in. Joe Biden holds a double-digit lead, but keep in mind it is too early to call at the moment. And out of Arizona's Senate race, it is too early to call with 41% in. Ruben Gallego is currently in the lead at the moment. Kerry Lake is trailing him. And out of Minnesota, we now can project this state will be going to incumbent President Joe Biden with its 10 electoral votes. Joe Biden will win Minnesota by a projected margin of 5 percentage points, 52.3% to Donald Trump's 47.7 percentage points. And now out of Minnesota's Senate race, Amy Klobuchar will hold on to her seat for the Democratic Party. This is no surprise at all. And now another update on the battleground state of Wisconsin. Too early to call, 48% in. Joe Biden is trailing Donald Trump, and RFK Jr. has 4% at the moment. And now out of Wisconsin's Senate race, we now can project Tammy Baldwin will be reelected, and this is another hold for the Democratic Party. And now another update on the battleground state of Michigan. Too close to call with 70% of the estimated vote is in. RFK Jr. is at 2%. Donald Trump is currently in the lead at the moment at 49%, and Joe Biden at 45 percentage points. Out of Michigan's Senate race, Alyssa Slotkin will hold on to her seat for the Democratic Party. She is narrowly going to win this state. Another update on the Senate race. Independents remain at 2 seats. Republicans at 50 seats. They are nearing retaking the Senate, and Democrats trail at 44 seats. We are soon to call the Senate race for the Republicans. Presidential election, 173 electoral votes for Donald Trump, and Joe Biden is catching up at 147 electoral votes. We now have our 10 o'clock p.m. poll closings Eastern Time from these 4 states. Utah, 6 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state. No surprise here. And out of Utah's Senate race, John Curtis will hold on to his seat for the Republicans. Now to Utah's governor's gubernatorial race, this is another hold for the GOP. Spencer Cox will win his race as well. And then Pennsylvania, another update on this state. This is a must-win for Joe Biden. It is too close to call with 75% of the estimated vote is in. RFK Jr. has 6%. Donald Trump is currently in the lead at the moment by only 4 points. We cannot make a projection just yet. And out of Ohio's Senate race, it is too close to call with 79% of the estimated vote is in. This race is extremely close. Sherrod Brown holds a lead of just 1 percentage point. And now another update on the key battleground state of Georgia. 73% of the estimated vote is in. Too close to call. Donald Trump takes the lead for the first time tonight in this state. Out of Michigan, it is too close to call. 82% in. RFK Jr. is at 5%. Donald Trump is at 49%, and Joe Biden is catching up at 47%. And now out of Arizona, too close to call. Another update from this state. 75% in. RFK Jr. has 6%. Trump is trailing Joe Biden, but it is getting very, very narrow and close at 47% to Joe Biden's 49%. And now out of Arizona's Senate race, Ruben Gallego is at 53%, and Kari Lake is still trailing him at 41 percentage points. We now can call Montana for Donald Trump. No surprise, he will pick up the state's 4 electoral votes. We now can call Montana's governor's gubernatorial race for Greg. He is the projected winner. No surprise here. And now out of Montana's Senate race, Jon Tester is still in the lead at the moment. And out of Wisconsin, too close to call. Donald Trump is currently trailing Joe Biden by 2 percentage points, and RFK Jr. is at 6%. To call 80% of the estimated votes in. Joe Biden is currently in lead at the moment, but a lot of counties have not been called yet, and we expect them to go in favor of Donald Trump heavily. And now out of Nevada's race, too close to call, 76% of the estimated votes in. Joe Biden currently holds a 1% lead over Donald Trump. We cannot make a projection just yet. And out of Nevada's Senate race, too early to call, 48% of the estimated votes in. Jackie Rosen is currently trailing her opponent, Samuel Brown, but keep in mind, we cannot call this race just yet. Iowa's 6 electoral votes will be going to Donald Trump. No surprise here. Another update on the map to 270. Donald Trump is currently in the lead at 191 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 142 electoral votes. We now have 11 p.m. poll closings Eastern time from the West Coast. But before we get on to that, another update on Wisconsin. It is too close to call with 82% in. RFK Jr. at 8%. It is now a dead tie between Trump and Biden at 46 to 46%. We cannot call this race just yet. And now out of Montana's Senate race, another update here. 57% in, too close to call. Jon Tester is currently in the lead at the moment, but it is narrowing down. It is getting very close. We now can call California with its 54 electoral votes for incumbent President Joe Biden. No surprise here. This is a solid, deep blue Democratic state. This should give him the lead because California has a high electorate. And now California's Senate race, we now can project Adam Schiff will be California's next senator for the Democrats as they hold. No surprise here. And now an update on Pennsylvania, too close to call, 83% in. Joe Biden is currently in the lead by under percent. You cannot make a projection just yet. And RFK Jr. at 7 percentage points. We now can make a projection out of Ohio's Senate race. This is going to be a flip for the GOP. That means they will take back control of the U.S. Senate. Bernie Moreno will be Ohio's next senator. His projected margin is 0.8% to be exact. With 97% in, we now can project Bernie Moreno will flip Ohio's Senate race. Now out of Nevada's Senate race, it is too close to call with 64% in. Samuel Brown is barely leading by only 2 points. We cannot call this race just yet. And now another update on the battleground state of Michigan. It is too close to call, 88% in. RFK Jr. is currently sitting at 8%. And Donald Trump is in the lead by 1 percentage point, and Joe Biden is at 48%. We now can call Hawaii for incumbent President Joe Biden, who will take the state's 4 electoral votes. In Hawaii's Senate race, this is another hold for the Democratic Party. Mazie Hirono will her seat for the Democratic Party. And now another update on the key battleground state of Georgia. It is too close to call with 87% of the estimated vote is in. Joe Biden is currently trailing Donald Trump at the moment. We now can call Oregon for incumbent President Joe Biden. He's the projected winner in the state. No surprise here with its 8 electoral votes. Another update on Nevada. It is too close to call with 87% in. It is now a dead tie between Trump and Biden at 49%. We now can call Washington State for Joe Biden. Polls have now closed in this state with its 12 electoral votes. Out of Washington State's Senate race, Maria Cantwell will hold on to her seat for the Democratic Party. No surprise here. And then Washington Governor's gubernatorial race. This is going to be a hold for the Democratic Party. Bob Ferguson will be Washington's next governor. Another update on the battleground state of Arizona. This is a must-win for Donald Trump if he wants to win the election. It is too close to call with 90% of the estimated voters in. It is a tie between Trump and Biden at 46 to 46% and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at 9 percentage points. And out of Arizona's Senate race, it is too close to call. Ruben Gallego remains in the lead of just 3 percentage points. We cannot make a projection just yet. Now out of Texas, Donald Trump expands his lead. We are nearing the projection of Texas. We can call it very soon for Donald Trump, but we can't just yet at the moment. He's currently leading at the moment. And out of Idaho, with its 4 electoral votes, former President Donald Trump will win the state, no surprise here. Another update on the map to 270, Joe Biden takes the lead for the first time tonight, mainly because of California's high electorate. Donald Trump is trailing for the first time at 193 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 225 electoral votes. We now have our 1 a.m. poll closings from just one state. We now can make a projection out of Montana's Senate race. This is going to be another flip for the GOP in the Senate. Tim Sheehy will be Montana's next U.S. Senator. His margin is under 1%. We now can make a projection in this Senate seat. 95% of the estimated vote is in. We now can call the Montana Senate race for Tim Sheehy. He's going to win it by under 1%. Now out of Alaska, with its 3 electoral votes, no surprise here, Donald Trump is the projected winner in this state. Another update on the battleground state of Pennsylvania. Keep in mind, reminder, this is a must-win for the Biden campaign. If he wants to win re-election, it is too close to call with 94% of the estimated vote is in. It is very, very close. Joe Biden's only in the lead by 0.2 percentage points, and RFK Jr. at 7 points. We cannot call Pennsylvania just yet. We have a major projection out of the Sunbelt state of Texas with its 40 electoral votes, should give Donald Trump back the lead. We now can project Donald Trump as the winner in Texas. He's going to win the state by a projected margin of 8 percentage points. And now, another update on Nevada's Senate race, too close to call, 83% in. Jackie Rosen is currently in the lead by 1 percentage point. And now out of Arizona, too close to call with 94% in. Donald Trump takes the lead for the first time tonight. He's up by 2 percentage points. RFK Jr. is currently at 8%, and Joe Biden at 45%. We have a major projection out of the Rust Belt. This is going to be a first flip for Donald Trump tonight with its 15 electoral votes. We now can call Michigan for Donald Trump. This is a big blow for the Biden campaign, and this is a huge win for the Trump campaign. He is the projected winner in the state of Michigan. He's going to win the state by 0.6 percentage points. 98% of the expected vote is in. We now can call Michigan for Donald Trump. Out of Wisconsin, this is another major win for the Trump campaign. Bad news for the Biden campaign with its 10 electoral votes. Donald Trump will win Wisconsin by a projected margin of 1 percentage point. 98% in. We now can call Wisconsin for Donald Trump. He's going to win it by 46% to Joe Biden's 45%. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at 9 percentage points. Another update on the race to 270. Donald Trump is nearing the presidency at 244 electoral votes. This race is extremely close. Joe Biden is trailing at 226 electoral votes. We have another major projection. This is going to be another flip for the Trump campaign. Georgia, 16 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner in this state. Donald Trump will win the state by 4 percentage points, 52% to Joe Biden's 48 percentage points. We now can call another flip for Donald Trump. Arizona, with its 11 electoral votes, this is a huge win for the Trump campaign. He's going to win Arizona by a projected margin of 1 percentage point. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has 9%. And out of Arizona's Senate race, we now can project Ruben Gallego will be Arizona's next senator. This is going to be hold for the Democratic Party. Ruben Gallego will win by a projected margin of 4 percentage points, defeating Kari Lake, 52%, to Kari Lake's 48%. And out of Nevada, we now can call Nevada for Joe Biden. He's going to pick up its 6 electoral votes. Joe Biden will win the state of Nevada by a projected margin of under 1%, 0.6 percentage points to be exact. And now out of Nevada's Senate race, Jackie Rosen will hold on to her seat for the Democratic Party, defeating Samuel Brown, her opponent. She's going to win by a projected margin of 2 percentage points, 51% to Samuel Brown's 49%. And now out of Pennsylvania, this is a major projection for the Biden campaign. He will take the state's 19 electoral votes. He's going to win Pennsylvania by 0.3%, 47.5% for Biden, 47.2% for Donald Trump, and 7% for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. It's now official. President-elect Donald Trump, 47th President of the United States, elected to his last and final term. He surpasses 270 electoral votes. He gets exactly 287 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 251 electoral votes. This is the finalized map. And take a look at the projected margins for every single state. These are the margins. And now, taking a look at the winner of the popular vote, Joe Biden will narrowly win the popular vote at 72 million votes to Donald Trump's 70 million votes, meaning Joe Biden gets 2 more million votes over his opponent, Donald Trump. And now, taking a look at the Senate majority, we now can call the Senate for Republicans. They will take back control of the U.S. Senate. John Thune will be the next majority leader. Republicans at 52 seats to Democrats 48 seats. And Chuck Schumer will be the new minority leader in the Senate. This is the finalized Senate map, and here are the margins for every single Senate race, Senate seat. Thank you everyone for watching this election night. Stay tuned for more election nights in the future. And don't forget to subscribe as we are approaching 2,000 subscribers. And also, one last final reminder, we have channel memberships. The link to them will be pinned in the comment section down below, or you can find it in the description section and click the join button on my channel page. Become a member today. We have custom perks and custom emojis.